Today, let's talk about the dangers of focusing on one woman. Now, what I'm about to reveal is controversial, but someone has got to say it. If you're putting all your energy into just one woman, you might be setting yourself up for heartbreak and disappointment. Jessica OS here, welcome to the channel. So let's jump right in. Let's talk about the risk of obsession. See, obsession happens fast. It sneaks up on you. One minute you're vibing with this woman and the next you're planning your entire schedule around when she's free. You think you're being dedicated, but what you're really doing is losing yourself in the process. What I want you to realize is this: focusing too much on her too soon blinds you to everything else. You start ignoring your own needs, your personal life, and even your standards. Yeah, I said it. Your standards fly right out the window. And you don't even notice when she starts flaking on plans or giving you those lame excuses. Why? Because you're too busy chasing her approval. Suddenly, she becomes your entire world, and in that moment, you lose your perspective. You stop seeing things as they are and only see things through the lens of what you hope will happen. She becomes your fantasy and not your reality. And guess what? She can feel that energy. Women can sense when a guy is overly invested. Here's the truth. When you're chasing someone like that, it's not a relationship. It's you running after someone who hasn't even committed. And that's where the danger lies. You're investing your time, your energy, your emotions into something that doesn't even exist yet. You're all in, and she's not even close. What happens next? You start ignoring the red flags. You overlook the fact that she's not as interested, she's not prioritizing you, and she's keeping her options open. But you've already mentally locked yourself into this one woman. And when things don't go the way you want, it hurts bad. You start questioning yourself. Why isn't she responding? What did I do wrong? Why doesn't she feel the same way as I do? When the reality is, you put her on a pedestal. She didn't ask for that. And now you're the one losing control. You've given her the power to dictate your emotions, your happiness, your self-worth, all because you put too much focus on one woman. You start convincing yourself that if you try harder, she'll finally commit. You tell yourself that if you're patient, if you keep proving how good of a guy you are, she'll eventually come around. But the truth is, every moment you spend obsessing over her is another moment you're drifting away from your own goals and your own life. So while you're wrapped up in this obsession, guess what? She's living her life, keeping her options open, and you're stuck in this one-sided situation. That's not a relationship. That's you losing yourself. Which brings me to the next point. You're not just losing yourself emotionally, you're giving away your power. And when that happens, you become less attractive in her eyes. Stay with me, because I'm going to show you exactly how giving or losing your power plays out. Losing power and control. Here's the harsh truth. When you focus on one woman too early, you lose your power. And no one ever talks about how dangerous this can be. You might think you're just dedicated, showing her how much you care, but what you're really doing is slowly giving her all the control. Now, every time you sit there waiting for her to reply, cancel plans with your friends, or put off important things in your life just to see her, you're handing over the keys to your confidence and your control. I mean, it's subtle at first, but then it becomes this unhealthy dynamic where your emotional highs and lows are entirely dependent on how much attention she's giving you. And here's the thing, when you make her your sole focus, you're no longer the guy in control of the situation. You're letting her decide your mood, your time, and ultimately your worth. You've unknowingly entered a game where she holds all the cards. And women, well, we can sense that kind of shift. We know when we have you hooked. Now, don't get me wrong, women love attention, but they also love a man who stands firm in his own power. When you start chasing after her approval, responding immediately to every text and bending over backwards to fit into her schedule, she'll no longer be attracted to you in the same way. I'm telling you, believe me, you're no longer the confident, independent man she first noticed. Now you're the guy who needs her validation to feel good about himself. You're putting your happiness in her hands. Every time she doesn't reply, you'll feel anxious. Every time she cancels plans, your mood will tank. You're constantly on this emotional roller coaster. And guess what? She's the one controlling the ride. When you lose control of your emotions, you become a puppet in the relationship, dangling by the strings of her attention. When you act like this, constantly checking in, needing to know where you stand, waiting on her every move, you're sending off major needy vibes. And the moment you do that, you're killing attraction. When a woman knows she's your entire world, sometimes it can feel like too much pressure. She wants to be part of your life, for sure, but she doesn't want to be the only thing in your life. There's no mystery, there's no challenge, there's no excitement. And here's a little secret about women. They love the chase just as much as you do. You might think you're being dedicated and showing her how much you care, but what you're really doing is showing her that she has all the power. She now has the ability to make or break your day just by choosing to text you back or not. You're investing your time and energy, but she's not even matching that. Remember, power in a relationship comes from maintaining your independence. When you're too focused on one woman, you lose your power, you lose your control, and ultimately, you lose her respect. Now, you've got to keep your options open and live your life for you, not for her attention. How to keep your power and options open. Now, it all comes down to balance. You need to keep your own life exciting, focus on your goals, and show her that you are the prize. First things first, stop making her the center of your universe. Women are attracted to men who have a purpose, who are driven, who live life on their own terms. So instead of spending all your time worrying about how she feels, focus on leveling up. Hit the gym, work on that project you've been putting off, spend time with your friends. When you're genuinely invested in your own growth, you become naturally more attractive to women. Confidence comes from skill and progress. When you're out there chasing your goals, you won't feel the need to chase her. And trust me, when a woman sees you putting in the work to become the best version of yourself, it makes you irresistible. Focus on your growth. Let her come to you. When she sees that you have a life beyond her, she'll want to be part of it. She'll feel the pull to chase you because she knows that she's not your only priority. And that's how you maintain power. Step 2, you need to keep your options open. One of the biggest mistakes some guys make is closing off all their options the moment they start talking to one woman. But here's the thing, until she's shown you that she's serious, you should never stop dating or meeting other women. It's not about being a player or being dishonest, guys. I want you to keep your energy in check. Here's why. When you keep your options open, you maintain that sense of detachment. You're not putting all your emotional weight into one woman, which means you're not desperate for her attention. You're naturally more relaxed, more confident, and less needy. Women can sense this energy. When she knows you have other options, i.e. women in your life, and if she really wants you, it will light a fire under her. She realizes that she's not the only one, and that will push her to invest more in you. Step 3, don't be afraid to walk away. Now, one of the strongest ways to keep your power is by showing her that you're not afraid to walk away. If she's playing games, being inconsistent, or not giving you the respect you deserve, don't stick around hoping that she'll change. Show her that you value yourself too much to tolerate half-hearted behavior. When a woman knows you're willing to walk away, it sends a powerful message. You're not dependent on her approval. You're not waiting around for her to decide if you're good enough. You already know your worth, and if she doesn't see it, you're more than ready to move on. When you hold that kind of confidence, you flip the script. You're no longer the one chasing. You're the one being pursued. And trust me, women respect a man who knows when to walk away from a bad situation. It shows strength, it shows self-respect, it shows that you're not just another guy that she can toy with. Step 4, master the art of being present and mysterious. So here's another key to keeping your power. Learn to balance being present with being mysterious. Yes, you should show her that you're interested, but please don't lay all your cards on the table at once. Women are naturally curious and they love the excitement of discovering who you are little by little. Be present when you're with her, but don't be overbearing. Let her wonder about you. Let her miss you a little bit. When you're not always available at her beck and call, you create that perfect balance between interest and independence. And that, my friend, is how you keep your power and options wide open. Now, let me leave you with this. Don't make any woman your everything until she proves that she deserves it. When you spread your focus, you keep your power, your control, and most importantly, your self-worth intact. Okay? Thanks for watching. Jessica OS here. If you liked the video, share it with another brother. I'll see you in the next one.